Everyone, welcome to Kailul Shira. I want to thank everyone. Bruchim Abayim. Okay, let's learn about it's a long parsha, and there's a lot of things going on, but we sometimes it's skipped the Dara Floga, right? The how do you say that in English? The Dara Floga, the disparagement, right? Disparagement. How do you say it? What's the right way to say it?
The generation of
the confusion. Disbursement. Disbursement. You like that word? Okay.
Disbursement of what?
The people. Let's find out.
Oh,
dispersed
Noah.
from
No. You see, you don't even know. You see, we're going to learn something new. It's a good thing you came here. Vayered Hashem. Let's look. Come on. Let's go. Quick. Come on. We don't have time.
we say diversion.
Diversion. Vayered Hashem lirois es ha'ir. Hashem came down to see the city. V'es hamigdal. He saw the tower. Asher bonu b'nei adam. He wanted to see what people are involved in building. Vayoyim Hashem. Hashem said, "Heim am echad v'safa achas lekulam." Vayifetz Hashem oisa misham al pnei kol haaretz. And Hashem scattered them out over the entire world. Fascinating. So what were they doing? They were building a tower, right? Because they wanted to make battle with Hashem, right? Isn't that what they tried to do, right?
Says so.
To fight him up.
What?
Want to reach him and fight him.
They wanted to reach Hashem and fight, right? But they were all working together. That was the beautiful thing. They were all together.
They were?
They were all working together. It's amazing. They were all working together. V'yesh lahavin ma de b'chol parshas chet dar hafloga v'oin sham. The whole thing of the chet of the dar hafloga and their punishment. Niska tamid shem avaya. It says Yud Kei Vav Kei. Shem Hashem Yud Kei Vav Kei is the shem of Chesed, right? So why is it mentioning Yud Kei Vav Kei? HaMayra Midas HaChesed. It's teaching us that's Chesed. Midas Hashem Yud Kei Vav Kei is Chesed.
What's Chesed?
Chesed is
what Hashem was doing?
no the shame Yud Kei Vav Kei. Baruch Atah Hashem.
Okay.
That shame is Chesed.
So what's
Okay.
the question?
Why use the shame Hashem Yud Kei Vav Kei, not use Elokim?
When he did that, when he
He's
separated them?
yes, and he's punishing them. So to say, why not use Elokim? Why are you using Chesed? You should use
I
Gvura.
got it now. Okay, right.
Okay, ki going. Vayered Hashem. Hashem came down. Yud Kei Vav Kei. Vayomer Hashem, and Hashem said, "Vayopetz Hashem." Hashem scattered it, right? V'lo yishum shem elikim amayra midas agvura k'may being in a mabel, and it doesn't say elikim like it said by the mabel where they were being punished. Here we go. Now let's see. Now we're here. V'yesh levar zois al pi mashakosa b'droshes Haran. The whole Iran, right? It was a it was a rishon. Be'inyan dar haflaga, what he says about dar haflaga. Shenichiu haisanu hamefarshim ba'afela. The mefarshim that they're just left in darkness. They don't understand the whole situation. Ki'ilu hanot shema osu. Really, they said he was sinning, but really, what did they do? What did they do? Uma pisham. What was their sin? Uma chatosam. Im rotzu liyas kish echad b'chaverim. They wanted to be together as one people and friends. That was a sin.
But wait, you're talking about the people who built the
Tower. Yeah.
tower.
Yeah, so these people, they were all together as one people. So what did they do wrong? That's what the questions that the Mefarshim are asking. Vayin shamash maksha al kol hadrachim bazeh. And you can look over there by the drushes of the Ran if you want to see more about this. Mavar inyan al yisoid sheba kefil haprotim ha-maskimim l'tchuna achas. There were two things that were brought to one tchuna. How do I explain it to you? There was a double thing that brought to a single objection. They had one objection to accomplish. And this works if you're doing something bad, pachas low, or doing something high. You'll understand in a minute. Because any time that you add people in there, you increase the objective of. So if you have one person and he believes one thing, that's okay. But now if you have two people to believe the same thing, it increases their objective much stronger, and 3 and 4 and so on. Now, okay, now, Hainu, Kishashem is Yachtim Yachad, Anoshim, Bali Techunas Nefesh, Doima, if you put together people with the similar ideals, similar ideas, Hare zeh machzik es koichem pi kama v'kama. It strengthens them so much more because now they're a group of people with the same ideology. Now, if you put together good people, they're people that have good ideologies, good tendencies. So then the goodness will just increase boundlessly. Now, and it works like that the other way. If you put together bad people that have bad ideologies, so then the koyach of the ra is mechazik, right? Right. That's why, like in jail, they put prisoners separately because they're bad people. If you put them all together, they'll plot something. It'll be a problem. That's why they're sitting there, each in their separate cells. You ever think of that?
Solitary confinement.
What?
Solitary confinement, right.
The best thing.
No television, nothing.
Because look what he says. Because ya'achdus shall aprotim, because the achdus are the symbol of the ideals of each one of the pratim of each individual. Machpela es koicham pi kama v'kama. It doubles and triples and it makes it much stronger when you have more people together. Ubezem avoy Rama Chazal. What Chazal teach? Kenais Rishayim, Ra lahem v'ra li'olam. If you put together Rishayim, the Gemara says in Sanhedrin, it's bad for them and it's bad for the world. Pizah l'Rishayim, if you scatter them, Hana lahem v'hana li'olam. It says li'olam, it's a mistake. It's supposed to be lahem. Why? You'll see in a minute, okay? Right. In other words, if you scatter the Rishayim, it's good for them to be scattered, and it's good for the world because they wouldn't cause badness, they wouldn't cause evil in the world.
You're saying 2 and 2 together will make 5.
Yeah.
As
And then
opposed to-
5 makes 15, and
Right.
And yeah. Why?
Each one.
Ki nisusam shall Rishayim, because when you put the Rishayim together, Kishimiskapsim anoshim bali techuna ra. When they have bad ideologies, you put them all together. As I afim eina midabrim rois, even if they're not speaking bad, they're just together in the room. The aura in the room is wicked. It's a wicked aura in the room. Va'amnam mischavnim bichlal ra. Even if they're not even thinking about bad, but they're just bad people. So they get together, there's a badness in the place. The fact that they were together strengthened the koyach of Ra. And that's why you see it's Ra lahem, it's bad for them and bad for the world. Now, but if I zoram, toiv lahem uli but if I scatter them, it's good for them and it's good for the world. I heard this from my father, he says. The Nesiv Shalom says he heard it from his father. Al pasuk v'schavuscha im yichazeku paretz Hashem es masecha. Masecha hainu masecha toivim. Your good actions. In other words, if you put good people together, it'll increase the good actions. But if you gather, in other words, like we were learning before in the first class, right? In other words, don't become a shutaf with a guy. Don't, because you don't want to mix your things together with his things. Because if you mix yourself, we'll do averages, okay? Okay? You have a pretty good average yourself, right? But now if you take together and you mix in there the guy, now your average goes way down because he's bringing your average down. So why do you want to bring him in? That's what he's trying to say, right? You understand?
And you may be led to a vote as well.
Oh, do the wrong thing, right? Ki Hashem is chaber l'rasha techunas nafshay niyas ra mishum kach masav atoivim malayim pritzos. Because therefore, since he's tchun of ra, it fits in really what we were learning before too. Therefore, he'll wind up coming to do bad as well. Umida toivim aruba, but the mida toiv is always greater. Anytime good is always much better. How does that work? Zekol shekain lehepech Hashem ischantzin yachad anoshim shetchunas nafshem tova. If you put together good people, that they have good ideologies, af she'einam oisim klum, even if they're not doing anything, they're just together riding in a bus, they're sitting in a room, they're waiting online, they're just good people. Miskaber mischazer koyach hatoiv. The koyach hatoiv is miskaber. It becomes more strong. The goodness is much more strength. Is strengthened. Ayadei etzem is achnisosas because they got together and they're together. Okay. Valderazem avaya oid mala mama Shlomo Melech in Koheles. What Shlomo Melech writes in Koheles, we just read it on so right. Toivim hashnayim min echad. Two is better than one. What?
Sure. Why not?
Because then the good will be increased. If you're in a cold room, right? You're in a cold house, cold room. So if two people stay in the same room, they'll warm each other, right? Shahashutfas v'achevra toyel heim sheyishtadal echad v'toyel es chaverei v'heim kishelo yishtadal. Just the fact that there's two of them together, it'll be better for them than if there was just one, even if they're not doing anything.
Tandu.
What?
Tandu.
Tandu. What's that?
Two together.
Okay.
Latin.
Oh, Latin. Okay.
That was the Gemara, Tandu.
K'may kasher shnayim yeshkevu af she'einam oisim shum pula. If two of them are sleeping, even though they're not doing anything, they're sleeping. Next page, please. Yicham lahem, they'll become warm because they're together. Kain kashem is yachtem anoshim yachtav. So too, if you have people together. Hametzias he shetiknusam mischasches pi kama v'kama. So the fact that they got together in strengths it. Now, what does this have to do with us? Now, the Rebbe just gave us a lesson on good and bad, and why you put bad people as bad for them, bad for the world. Good people put together is much stronger. Shlomo Melech taught us that two is better than one. What does this have to do with the Dara Floga? Let's see. Now we're going to understand what happened with the Dara Floga. See, really at that moment when they were there, they weren't sinning, they were building. They weren't sinning at that time. They weren't doing anything wrong. They were building.
Are we trying to separate the Dora HaFloga from those who were building the Mabo, or is that the same people?
No, these are new people after the Mabo. New people.
Right, the Baba. Right, Baba was after the Mabo. Right.
New people. Once they watch this, even though they didn't even have a kavanah for chet.
So who were the people after the flood? They were just
people.
The descendants.
Descendants of Noach.
Everybody was killed.
But the world reprocreated after.
How many years later?
It could be it was in Noach's life, so it was at least he lived 300 years after the flood.
So this is like 20, 30 years after the flood.
It could have been 100 years after the flood. I don't know, 200 years. I don't know. And we can look that up, but I just don't have that answer.
Yeah, that's Chumash probably.
What?
No, with the 950. No, I think of that. 950.
All right, let's see. Lehem gam kavana l'chai. Okay. El Hashem Yisbarach Yorad. He already went down. Hashem went down. We wanted to understand why is it Yud Kei Vav Kei Hashem and not Elikim, right?
Right. Yeah.
That was the question, the original question, right? V'lama sheyimshach mikibutz hanoshim haroyim. Hashem went down to see why are these people bad people together? Why are they together? He wanted to see. Sheim la'eis ata, because if at this time, right now, ein bazera. If I leave them together, Hashem says, it's going to come to something bad. Now what happened over here? Hashem just, before this, he destroyed the world. How many years after was it?
340 years later.
Okay, 340 years, okay.
A lot of people were born.
Yeah.
A lot of generations, right?
Still
Yeah, a
alive.
whole lot of people.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. So let's analyze this for a minute. Wait. So let's analyze this for a minute. So the first time, before the Mabul, before the Mabul, the people did very bad things. And Hashem didn't get involved. He didn't scatter them, he didn't do anything. But now after the Mabul, and Hashem destroyed the world, and he didn't want to do that again. So now Hashem sees that bad people are together doing something. Even though they're not doing anything bad themselves at the moment. But Hashem saw that they're bad people all together, which means something bad will come of this gathering.
How did he know they were bad?
Hashem doesn't know.
Weren't they building the tower at that time?
They were, but while they were building the tower, they were involved in building that tower. Took them a long time.
But how can you say they weren't doing anything bad? Wasn't that
They
bad?
weren't doing anything bad. The Medrash says that they were very nice to each other. They were helping each other. He was passing him.
Was nice.
They were they were nice. The people were nice to each other while they were building the tower.
But wasn't the tower? Wasn't the building of the tower a sinful thing?
Would have built it.
Yeah, but the tower was built for a sinful thing. But the actual building was not something so bad. We're saying. Okay, listen. I'm trying to teach you the lesson here, and you're getting involved in these other things, and you're not listening to the lesson.
All right, okay.
No. So here, let's understand this. So there was a whole world full of people. There was a whole world full of people, and Hashem didn't really get involved. He told Noach to build a teva, right? But this time, Hashem sees all these bad people now gathered together in one place, and Hashem doesn't want to have to bring destruction. And we said it's bad for the people and bad for the world if you keep them together, right? Because then their wickedness will spread out to the world. So Hashem said, wait a second. He came down and he saw that even you guys at this time, you're bad people, but you're not doing anything wrong at the moment.
There was no
You're not-
government or anything when
No, what?
when Hashem told Noah to go from the teva.
Yeah.
He didn't tell him to set up a government or anything.
No, not to set up a government. No,
There was no government or anything. Just people.
we don't worry. We're not. That's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about here that there was a group of people, a large group of people got together, and they were doing something together. That was the point. They were doing something be'achdus, unified. They were unified. They spoke nicely to each other. They were doing something in a nice way, even though the whole thing was bad, but they were doing something in a nice way. So Hashem said, wait a second. I realized last time with the world, when I let the bad people get together, it caused the destruction of the world. So Hashem says over here, I don't want that to happen again.
Right.
So Hashem takes the people and he scattered and he switches their language, and that's where the 70 languages came from. That's where the 70 languages came from. He scattered the language and he scattered them throughout the whole world. He pushed them out through the entire world.
That was after the
By the flood. This is by the Dara Floga, by this tower.
by the
But
tower.
By the tower.
Not the door of Flog. I'm sorry.
That's
The
the
door
door
of
of
Flog
Flog.
is the tower.
Is the tower, yes.
Right.
So that's,
Yes.
that's how the tower collapsed, because they couldn't have built it unless they cooperated.
They corroborate,
But
right.
once they cooperated to build it, he made them speak 70 languages. They didn't know what they were saying to each other.
And he
It fell
scattered them
apart.
around.
Right.
Say
Because he-
pass the hammer, they threw a brick at
Right.
it.
That's right, they didn't understand. They didn't
Yeah,
understand.
Yeah, it started to
He
fall
asked for
apart.
water, they threw him sand at him.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
okay, fine. V'lachein hafitzim Hashem shelo yiyeh ke'echad. Therefore Hashem scattered them that they shouldn't be as one anymore, that they should be scattered. So there's one bad guy, another bad guy, another bad guy, but they're in different places. They're not grouped together. So in other words, that the koyach of Ra shouldn't be strengthened within them because they were scattered. By because they were achdus before. So Hashem said, if I keep them as an achdus, together as one group, so then it's going to cause bad to the world. And they didn't want to do that. Hashem went down. Yud Kei Vav Kei to see. Esa'ir, the city. V'yas Migdal in the tower. Asher banu b'nei Adam. Hainu shakadosh baruch hu yored lirois. Ma haya tichunas hanefesh shel banu ha'ir. He wanted to see what was the tendencies. What was the tendencies of these people building the city. U'meyachish sho'isa tichunasam ra. And when Hashem realized that the tichuna is ra, they have bad tendencies. They were bad people. Hoisa eitzes elyon lebal bel sefasam ulefaza kinisusam. The whole idea of up on high, the idea was to be mebalbal, to confuse their language. Right? That's where Chinese came in, and this came in, and Japanese, all the different languages came about via this thing. And therefore it wasn't really as a punishment. Hashem was doing something good for them, because if they stayed together, it would have been bad for them and bad for the world. But Hashem was doing something good by confusing their language and scattering them.
Well,
So it should.
together because they couldn't talk to each other.
But that was a good thing Hashem did for them, to save them, to help them. Because at that moment, they weren't worthy for punishment. They didn't do anything wrong at the moment. Not to say that they weren't bad people. At that moment, they weren't worthy of punishment.
At the moment of what? When they were
While they were building.
Still building.
While they were building, yeah. But before they were separated.
They were separated while they were building.
So
it shouldn't get worse.
Hashem had 70 people in the building, and he made it so that everybody.
Who said 70? It could have been thousands of people. I don't know.
But every 70 people, each spoke their language. But the 71st person spoke the same language as somebody as one of the 70.
Possibly, I don't know.
Right.
Oh,
Right. But he wasn't next to each other, so we didn't know what the hell was going on.
That's right.
Because there were 50 people between him and the next.
You're right.
The next guy was speaking Swahili, whatever.
There you go. The Pakistani, and you had all the guys out there. Yeah.
They
Okay.
couldn't understand.
And then when this guy was speaking French, come on.
Right.
Okay.
Seems to me.
Elash Hashem Yisbarach Asa Imam Masa Chesed. Hashem did for them a Chesed. So that's what we're understanding here. That's why it says Yud Kei Vav Kei, because Hashem is helping them so that they shouldn't come to do something worse.
Okay.
Yud Kei Vav Kei is Shem. Yud Hey Vav
Yeah.
Hey. That's Hashem's name. Baruch Atah Hashem. That's Yud Kei Vav, is the Shem of Chesed.
Right.
Whenever you use that name, it says that Hashem is doing something kind. And the Shem Elokeinu, Elokim, is the Shem for din. When Hashem is punishing. When this is, so then it's Elokim. By the Mabul, it was Elokim, because he was punishing. But here, it said Yud Kei Vav. So we want to understand, why is they using the Shem Yud Kei Vav Kei if it was really they were doing something wrong, but they
For their own
weren't.
benefit.
It was there for their own
Yeah,
benefit.
their own benefit, they
They're
couldn't
all-
understand each other.
That's right. There you go. Hashem to scatter them out through the entire world. Liskol atzasam, to be suckled their eitzes, their idea, they're all our ideals, to get rid of them. Mavaya madua nemakan shem avaya midas achesed mashein came b'mabel sheishchisu darkam b'iyu mishayre shara al kei niska b'ayin shem shem elikim, and therefore by the mabel it says elikim, but otherwise it didn't say elikim.
So had Hashem left them alone and not separated them,
Saved
then,
them by
then
spreading them.
they
You let-
would have.
I know we have 5 minutes. I want
Then they
to.
would have done something bad. And
If they would have kept them together, they would have came to do something bad.
attacking Hashem, probably no.
Whatever they would have done, we don't know. Who
Okay.
cares? It doesn't matter what they would have done. Who cares what they would have done?
Because they couldn't.
Okay.
They couldn't.
But
They
they
couldn't.
were-
speak.
Can we read quick now? When this finishes up, okay?
Okay.
The Yesh Levar says Masha Bar Torah Kedai Kadai Lil Maidei Son of Pasha Zushal Darfly. Now let's see what the Torah is teaching us. What do we take out? What can we derive from this lesson? Okay? Shalachayra. My the hava. What was. Ella Shemimenu Nikach LaAvodas Hashem. What can we take for our Avodas Hashem to be better Jews? What can we take from the story? As Goydel Inyan Achdus is teaching us how wonderful it is to be Achdus, to be unified. The Jewish people, we need to be unified. והקויה של יהודים מסייחתם יחד כמו ידעתם ביסוד העבודה and Tehillim, right? מה טוב ומה נוים שבס אחים גם יחד. How wonderful it is when we sit together as one people.
But you're saying.
Jewish people,
But
us.
no, you.
Now, you and me now, today, here. Forget about that. Now we're learning what we can gain from the story. They were together at that time, and they were just a bunch of Ashtinkin Agoyim. They were together. Okay? And then Hashem saw how pleasing that was. So could you imagine when Jews sit together, how pleasing that is to Hashem? Mm-hmm. You like that? The way I spell it out for you. Okay? Okay. Perish. Sheves Achim Ahuvim Ka'achim when we're together and we love each other like brothers. We love each other like brothers. Hagam she'eina midabrim b'yiras Hashem. Even if we're just together and we're eating lunch or we're doing something, even if we're not talking about yiras Hashem. Ki ahavas halavavos mamshichim u'metzarvim la'or echad. All of us together bring together to one light, to one beautiful light. Ner Hashem nishmas Adam. We know Ner Hashem nishmas Adam, right? That's why for a yard side you light a candle, because Ner Hashem nishmas Adam, right? Geva oz memela nasim kol haneros hayechidim avuka achas shel eish gedola. Now, when you take all the Jewish people together when they're sitting together, and each one's a little candle, and you take all the candles and put it together, now you have a big torch. A torch.
Yeah.
What? Abdullah can is at least 2 weeks. But this is an avuka. This is a torch, right? Now, what's the point of a torch? Let's see what the point is. Why he uses that thing of a torch. Avuka achas shall h gedoylev ozme meli is pardu mehem kol porleyoven. So when we get in other words, you're fighting. This is the concept of fighting fire with fire. We have the Eish of the Yetzer Hara burning inside of us. But when we get together and we create the Eish of Torah, the Eish of Or, of Elikus, that pushes away the Eish of the Avodah Zarah, the Averis, and the desires that we have within us. Hainu kimi etzem ha-metzias shel sheves achim gam she'ena medabrim b'yis Hashem niyos mizeh avuka shel koiches hatuma v'asitracha baruch mipnei. The koyach of the sitracha, the side of impurity, his fire is not as powerful as this fire. So his fire runs away when we get together. When we're not sitting individually. The eish avuka icheles is eish taiva. The eish of the avuka of this new torch burns up the eish of the taiva, of the desire. ולכן החשיבו הצדיקים כל כך את עניין הסחברוס והציבור מה שיהודים מאחדים יחד בלב אחד כאיש אחד. That's why the tzaddikim are always begging us to get together, always be together. Don't stay individual, don't stay at home. Get together with other Jews, be together. ועד שרמו שיש בהסקשרוס לחבורה פרט מסוים שהיא יועסה גבויה ממסקשרוס לצדיק. It's even sometimes better to be together with people as a group of Jews than even to go see one tzaddik, he says.
That's why it's better to daven with a minion.
Daven with a minion. Dargis avuka shel mipnei misalkim eish hatayva v'yetzer hara. Because the taiva, the yetzer hara, runs away when you're together with a group of nice fiery yidden. Even if you're in a tzibur chitzayni, you're discussing, you go to a game, you're sitting in the park, and you're having a picnic, right? Chitzaynim. But 10 Jews get together, right? 10 guys get together, want to play baseball, right? 10 Jewish guys get together to play baseball. They're not discussing Yiras Hashem, but 10 Jewish people got together. Yaakov Harei Kol Bi. Asara Shchinta Shruya. When 10 Jews get together, the Shechina is present. Is that amazing? Anytime 10 Jews get together, the Shechina comes and joins us. Of course. What the Ran taught us before. That what? She'etzam iskansus yachad shel anoshim bali techunis nefesh toiva mamshicha hashras hashchina. Because they got together and we have good ideology and we believe in Hashem, and 10 people that believe in Hashem get together, that strengthens it so much more. And that's what we have to daven b'tzibur.
That's right.
Yeah. Every time you do something as kedusha, do it as a group. Don't do it individually. Because whenever there's a tzibur, the Shechina is present. Bless us, our Father. We should all be together as one. We should be together, all be together, but we should be as one. Bar panecha, with the light of your face, such and your countenance. Because when we are together as one, Nimsheches bechinas avinu. Then our Kadosh Baruch Hu is our avinu. He loves to, he's proud of to be our father. Vos barchenu avinu kleni fiachad bar panecha. And I think we're out of time now.
Yeah. That's dark.
Oh wow.